Now we will make leave deduction, half day deduction, and late coming and uh, overrate assigning tables. So first we will have a leave deduction rate table. So margin center leave deduction rate. Over here we will discuss leave deduction rate. So again I'm going to color it leave deduction rate. Now if we have only one leave and rates over here, number of leaves, leave and rate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm making a table over here, number of leaves. For example, if I have one leaf, two leaves, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have, if we have one leaf, deduction rate will be 100%. That is, 1 day salary will be deducted. Different organization have different scenarios. Sometimes they have some casual medical leaves, but over here we are discussing that over after the medical and uh, casual and any type of earned leaves. After those leaves, if they are going to perform some more number of leaves, then after on every leave 1 day salary will be deducted. And if they want to discourage the number of leaves availed by the employees, so it might be possible that if they will do, if an employee will be absent for more than 1 day, for example 2 days or 3 days or 4 days, so they can deduct, instead of 1 day salary entire, they can deduct more than 1 day salary, that is 110%, 120%, 130%, that is 10% more than the per day salary of an employee. So 110 and so on. So similarly, we have uh, instead of leave deduction, now we have table for our half day deductions. So half day deduction rate over we will discuss over here. Make In order to make it simple, we are deducting the leaves and the half days on the same rate. I'm copying the same rate table for the half day deduction as well. So half days, HD means half days. and rate for the half days, one half day, two half day, and so on. Similarly, we have late comings deduction rate. So we will copy same type of table. Late coming deduction rate. And similarly, we have overtime rates as well. Similarly, those who are doing overtime, if we are deducting more than their 1 day salary, when they are increasing the number of half days or lates or leaves, in a similar way, the more the employee will perform the overtime, we will give the more benefit. For example, if he is doing 1 hour overtime, so we will give 1 hour salary. But if the employee is working for 2 hours, so we will assign more than 2 hours, that is 110%, that is 10% more than the 2 hours rate. Similar pattern. In order to make it simple, I am using the same type of patterns. This is for overtime rate. And overtime is not deduction, so it is a increment in the salary. Overtime rate. Late in half day. Over here we have late coming, and over here we have overtime hours. So number of overtime hours. Now, as I told you that instead of fetching the arrays, selecting the arrays in the formulas, we will do two types of activities and use those activities in our formulas. One is we will make a table and we will call the table instead of selecting array. And second thing is we can do it by using the group name as well. So the benefit of using group name is we can delete the group name without deleting the data. But if we want to delete the table, so first we have to copy that table and in any other text format, and then we have to delete that table with the data. So when we are going to delete the table, the data available in the table is also going to be deleted. But if I'm going to define the group names, then the benefit of group names is if I'm going to delete the group name, then there is the group name will be deleted, but the data will remain over there. So these are two options through which I can fetch the data in the formulas when I'm going to assign make or payroll system. So So how I'm going to assign the group name in the table, uh, I'm telling you in a minute. First of all, in order to make a table, first of all, I'm going to select the data where, and then I'm going to assign a table for that data. So my first data is available over here, that is salary policy table. So I'm going to select this data, and then I'm going to press Control T tape for table. I can go from here as well, insert table, and again you can see I have a shortcut command Control T. So I can select Control T and create table. So my table has header. Yes, we already have the headers, that is rank, basic, salary, home, medical, allowance, fuel allowance, increment, bonus, tax, etc. So my table already has headers. Okay, so this is my salary policy table. So here my table name, you can see table name. Here my table name is table 1. So I'm going to give the name of the table, which I can easily memorize while assigning the formulas. So this is salary policy. So I'm going to give the name salary. I cannot give space in the table names. So either I can use dot or I can use dash. Salary dash policy. Enter. Sorry, either I can give dot, full stop, or I can give underscore. So I'm going right now, I'm selecting underscores, SALARY underscore POLICY, salary policy. So you can see this is my table name, salary policy. If I am in sheet number 2, for example, in this sheet, and whenever I'm going to select from here salary policy, the my whole selection is in the table salary policy table. So you can see that the whole table is now selected. So going again and again in the data and selecting the table, instead of doing this, I can use this salary policy name, table name, in order to select this particular data. Similarly, I have another option, that is group name. What is group name? I can select some cell, number of cells, and assign a group name. So since I'm not selecting the table header, that is not, I'm not assigning a table. Because if I am going to select the table, then I have the table header as well. There is no need to define uh, in group names the group name headers. So this is my group from leave 1 to leave 7, and the rate, different rates. So after selecting this entire cell group of cells, number of cells, I can click over here and give a name to this group. So the name of this group is, this is for leave deduction. So LD, leave, LEAVE, leave underscore D. Leave underscore D means leave deduction. So this is my group name. Then I'm going to give another, define another group name for half day deductions. So I have selected these cells, and then I'm going to click over here, and I can, this is a name box, and I'm going to name this group half day, half HLF, half T day, underscore D deduction, half day deduction. Then I'm also going to define this group as well in group name. So I have selected this group. Then late, C means coming underscore D, late coming deduction, enter. And last is overtime. So OT, overtime, under underscore rate, because this is not deduction, overtime. So from where I can see my group names and tables, through which I can, so I have formulas. In formulas, I have an option of name manager. When I'm going to click on this name manager, so you can see the yellow with the yellow theme tag with the yellow tag. All these are the group names, and when we have a table, you can see we have a table symbol over here. So once table we have assigned with the group name with the table name, and all 1 2 3 4 we have done this. What we have done this, we have assigned a group name for these four tables, data sets. We have given group name for these four data sets, and for this data set we have make, instead of giving a group name, we have make a table. So you can see when I'm going to select a group name, I can easily delete. But when I'm going to click on a table, it will not give me the delete option. So there is no any delete option. I can delete by selecting the entire table where the table is available and then delete. But if I'm going to delete it, all the data in the table is also eliminated. So first I have to save that data in the form of text anywhere else in the sheet, and then I can delete that table. So working with group name is for more easy. If I'm going to delete this group name, then my group name is going to be deleted for this number of cells. Only the name I have given is going to be deleted, but the data is still remain over there. So this is the benefit of using group names. All right. Now we have all our salary policy sheet, all the material we have completed, which is required for our salary policy sheet, and we will, with the help of this salary policy sheet, we will make our payroll system. So now I'm going to work on my payroll system. Rank, if I want to fetch the rank, so how I can fetch the rank is equals to, then I'm going to click on this rank and press enter. So I have my rank over here, then I'm going to drag it. So after employee number 15, I do not have any data. That's why I'm getting 0 for the rank, employee rank, 0 values. So I'm going to delete all the values after employee number 15 because I do not have any data after employee number 15 in my salary policy table. So delete it. So I don't require these cells. So I'm going to clear all formats. Now I want to fetch the basic salary. So how I can fetch my basic salary? By using vertical lookup formula. So it's equals to lookup value, lookup to the rank. If comma, if the rank is found in the table array, which table array? Salary policy. So here I have selected the salary policy table array. Then which column index I want over here on the behalf of this salary policy table. So on the behalf on in my salary policy first reference column is for rank, and second is for basic salary in my previous salary policy. If you see, then you came to know that in my salary policy table, my first column, reference column, was rank, and second reference column was basic salary. So column index number 2, and exactly match. So exactly match, I either I'm going to click on false or I'm going to press 0 and bracket close and enter. So you can see my basic salaries are fetched from salary policy table to this payroll system worksheet. So all my basic salaries are available in this sheet now. Now on the basis of that basic rate available of home allowances on the salary policy table, I'm going to assign the home allowance values. So the whatever the rate is, those rates are on the basis of basic salary. So first I'm going to fetch those rate, then I'm going to multiply those rate with the basic salary, and I will have my value of home allowances for all my employees. So first off I'm going to do is equals to lookup what lookup md comma lookup where you want to look up the rank in the salary policy table, comma, and what value you want to fetch from the column index number. So home allowance is in my column index number 3, first, second, and third. If I'm going to look at my salary policy table, so 3 exactly match 0 and bracket close, enter. So you can see 10% was my home allowance. 10%, when we are going to calculate it, then we eliminate the percent. So 10% means 0.1. 0.1 of what? 0.1 of the basic salary the home allowance MD will get. So now I'm going to multiply it with this cell, and I'm going to fix this cell because again and again I want the same result. I want to multiply all the, I can say, all the rates with the basic salary in order to calculate the values of those rate, either medical allowance, either fuel allowance. So since I want to drag the same for this formula in this cell as well and this cell as well, so I'm going to fix this formula. So how I'm going to fix this formula? I'm going to fix it by in a cell wise, not the column wise. So because when I'm going to drag it, so I can fetch it from here. So cell wise I'm going to fix it to column. There are two options. One is I can fix the formula with reference to the row and with reference to the column. So F, if I'm going to put dollar sign before F, it means that I have fixed my formula reference column with reference with respect to the column. So if I'm going to move downward, my values are not going to be changed. But I don't want this. I want to fix my data with respect to rows, sorry, with respect to column, not rows. Because if I'm going to move from column number 5 to column number F to column number G, so my reference column is not going to be shift. So I don't want to fix my row number. I want to fix only my column number. For that I'm going to assign a dollar sign before F. So I have a command of F4. First, if I'm going to press F4 button, both references are going to be locked with respect to column and with respect to row. But I want only with respect to column. I press again F4. So now it is with respect to row. I don't want this. Now it is with respect to column, and I want to fix it with respect to column. So this is the required formula. I'm going to press enter. So that, so 10% of 5 lakh is 5,000, 50,000. All right. Moreover, I want to fix this as well, E as well. So before E, I can directly put, instead of using F4 button by selecting E and E4, I can also uh, type dollar before E. Now, if I'm going to apply it, so you can see 10% of 40,000 is 4, and 10% of 3 lakh is, then we have 8%, and then we have 6%. So we have different percentages of allowance over here: 10, 7, 4. Now we are going to assign some medical allowances over here. So now why I want to fix that formula, so that I don't want to put the formula again and again. Just I want, if I'm going to drag this formula can easily applicable without any error. And now only thing I am going to change is, now medical allowance rate is available in salary policy reference column index number 4. Now whatever the result or the rate we will fetch by using this formula, that rate will be multiplied with the basic salary, that is F4, and will give me the exact result of medical allowance for the employee number 1, that is MD. So in the similar way, I'm going to drag it again, and instead of column number 4, I'm going to edit it in order to fetch the fuel rates, and fuel rates are available in salary policy table column number 5. And when these rate is going to be fetched by using this formula, then we multiply this rate multiply by this basic salary value, so we will have the amount of fuel allowance for MD and for the remaining employees by double clicking, so that the formula is applicable for all other. If I'm going to fix this row as well, row number as well, then when I'm going to drag it, it is not going to be changed with respect to these values, so it will give me the error. So I'm not going to fix the row number because I have to drag the formula downward as well. I'm going to fix on the column reference as only, because so that all the cells result is based on the MD, that this rank and this basic salary. You can see rank and basic salary. Now for the total allowance, I'm going to sum all these allowances. So it's equals to sum home allowance, medical allowance, and fuel allowance. So I have total allowances these employees are getting other than the basic salary. All right. Then if we will fetch the increment, so the same formula I want in the for the increment cell as well. So I'm going to select from here, because I don't want to drag over here, because there is another formula, and there is it is the border, it is actually a wall between these two cells. So the another way of dragging is, I'm going to select the formula from the formula bar, then I'm going to press Control C button, that is copy, then I'm going to press escape button. You must remember that you have to press escape button after selecting and Control C copying this formula, escape, and you are going to click on this cell, and then you are going to press Control V, paste, Control V, that is paste. So the same formula you have over here for the increment, but increment is not in the column number 5. Increment rates are available in the column number 6 of the salary policy table. So, and when we will fetch these rates from this by using this formula, and we multiply those rates with the basic salary, and we will have the increment. So increment amount, then bonus, one bonus that is 5 lakh, then two bonuses for the middle level, and then three bonuses for the. So for bonus, I want same formula, but just added the column reference number instead of 6. The bonus values are available in call reference column number 7. So you can see one bonus of entire one more salary, one more basic salary, that is 5 lakh in a year. And those who are having middle level, they will get two basic salaries. So you can see 1,50,000 twice is 3 lakh, and 10,000 card it is going, he will get three bonuses as his salary is very minimum 10,000. So three bonuses means either allowances or any other bonuses, he will get, or he or she will get 30,000 in the form of bonus. So after that, we will fetch the number of hours. So we can generate these number of hours by using random formula, as well as we have seen that we our number of overtime hours are varying from 1 hour overtime to 2, 3, 4, or 7. We are not exceeding from 7. Why? Because after 7 hours, if employee is going to be do 8 hours overtime, it means that we don't want to calculate in the form of hours, because 8 hours means entire one day overtime. So we can calculate it in the form of days as well. So for the overtime, we have from 1 hour overtime, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, 5 hour, 6 hour, or 7 hours in a day overtime. So I kept all other values, that is late coming and half day deduction and leave deduction in the similar pattern that you can see. I have given the slab of 1 to 7 for all other values as well, for because in order to make it simple, so whatever the overtime hours we have 1 to 7, I have same for the late comings. There is no any basic logic between this, but this is in order to make this format easy. So number of hours, there is a logic that 1 to 7 hours in a day, if we have 8 hours in a day, it means that entire one day salary is going to be added. So the same logic I have assigned for late comings for half day, in order to make it simple, that that how many leaves and how many, instead of finding that how many leaves, we can calculate, discuss from 1 to 10 or 15. So in order to make it simple, I have assigned the same logic which I have assigned for overtime hours, that number of hours 1 to 7. Similarly, late comings, I have discussed only 1 to 7. You can, on the similar pattern, you can add further more values, and 1 to 7 and 1 to 7. So number of overtime hours I can generate, it might be possible any employees have different types of random hours. So random between z 0 to 7, that no any overtime hour or maximum 7 hours. So between 0 to 7, any value, and on the random basis, so that different employees have different overtime hours. So you can see, now we are going to calculate the overtime amount on the basis of overtime hours. So is equals to, we are going to calculate VLOOKUP.